Welcome back to Color Class. I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
And have you ever wanted to just change something big like your hair? You're going through a life change and you want to change your hair. Well, today we're going to be talking about how to become a color chameleon because celebrities do that a lot.
They do it well.
Right. We've seen them in all different hair colors, all different makeup styles. So we figured celebrities are the best way to go when it comes to becoming a color chameleon.
And I'm ready. I'm ready for a big change. I want,
you say that all the time.
Well, the thing is, I don't make those big changes because I'm afraid. So today's video is going to help us all understand that really there's nothing to be afraid of.
All right. So if you want to let Lucinda know what her next big change should be, hair color wise, is that what we're talking?
Anything.
Oh, okay.
What should I change?
Comment down below.
What annoys you?
Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Please don't answer that. No.
Okay. She can be like that because she's my daughter. I'm her mom. So be
All
nice.
right. Well, before we get into this, don't forget to subscribe. I have to throw that in. Now, we're going to be talking Margot Robbie today.
Because there is no better color chameleon on this earth than Margot Robbie.
Exactly. We've seen her hair from blonde to red to black. I mean, literally the whole spectrum.
Everything in between.
Exactly.
Naturally, we have to frame this in terms of the 6 dominant characteristics because we're 6 dominant characteristics girls.
We do love a good 6 dominant characteristics.
That's right. We love our 6. And so here we're going to show you, Margot, is she cool or is she warm?
I mean, I see some blue in those eyes.
Yeah, you might see some blue in those eyes now, but when we look at some of the other hair colors, I saw those eyes turn green or gray. So,
okay.
Maybe in order to be a really brilliant color chameleon, you've got to have a lot of neutrality to you.
Right.
Maybe. So let's look at her as a light or deep.
Now I see some gray eyes. I see some very gray eyes.
Agreed.
Right, which is surprising. I would think on the light side, those would have shifted, but I guess they shifted light. So that's what you get. And on the deep side, they shifted a little bit deeper. They look deeper.
And she's not quite clear. Never mind. I'm not even going to go there. We show that a little bit later in the video.
Now, I do have to say, this dark hair, wow.
I think it's fabulous. Are you saying wow, yes, or wow, no?
Wow, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Now we can move on to clear, what I heard you say earlier. Yeah. Soft versus clear.
Is she clear or soft? Just depends. She seems to be able to pull off clear easily.
On the right.
And she seems to be able to pull off soft beautifully. Now, skin tone. Yeah. It looks like she's got a little spray on tan. What do you call it? Faux tan?
Yeah.
She's got a little faux tan going on, and that helps with her clarity.
Which, of course, the makeup, it's giving more clear versus on the left-hand side. You can see that lip color is not doing justice, though.
Yeah, it's a little
It's
too
so funny.
neutral.
Look at the lip color and look at her eyes in that photo on the left.
Yeah, they're just vibrant.
It's pulling that like soft, it almost looks like soft amber. How would you describe that color?
Yeah, well, as her hair color. Notice that the strands of her hair, on either side of her eyes, they're pulling.
And that's a really good reference of how color pulls color. Because on the previous photos that we've looked at, even on the right, her eyes are gray. We are seeing very gray, blue eyes.
We see them blue in some of her hair colors.
But on this left-hand side, look how it's pulling the color of her lip and hair.
Could we see her in a bunch of hair colors?
Let's do it. So now we have the full color chameleon spectrum. Wow. So we go from blonde to golden blonde to a red to a golden
ash brown or medium.
I see golden highlights there.
I see light highlights. I'm not sure that I would characterize them as full-on gold.
Oh, you know what? It's pulling yellow. That's what we should say.
Yes.
Pulling yellow in the front because she's wearing black, but it's darker in the back.
It's like an ash brown, I think, overall.
So we have medium brown, and then we move into the very dark spectrum, which I am shocked. I did not think I would love. When I say love, I love her in this dark color. But she did it beautifully.
Well, absolutely. But also, there are things about her that make her transitions work.
Right.
For example, look at her eyebrows. She's pretty careful about matching the depth of her eyebrow to the depth of her look.
Right.
And-
Somewhat decent job.
Yeah,
I would
okay,
say.
okay. Like in number 2, Margot.
To
If you
Margot. Okay.
Look at that eyebrow; it's kind of light versus the last, the last Margot, which is
Number 5, Margot.
yes.
Oh wait, no, 6 Margot.
Yes,
Sorry,
which
6
is
Margot.
pretty heavy.
Right. Now I do have to say, number 6 Margot. That lip color,
Perfection.
the depth that's pulling with the hair. That's why it comes together so good. Do you see her liner? Her eyeliner is pulling so deep as well with the brows. This is what we talk about. If you're going to go deep, then you got to give yourself the depth as well. You need that clarity to pull the deep.
Well, speaking of clarity, she's full on clear here. She's a clear winter in this iteration of herself. And she honors it with, the really deep lip color, the white pearls, the black dress. But look at her eye color here. This is where I said I even saw blue. This looks, I'd have to get really up close and personal to know if it is in fact blue, but it reads bluish to me.
It does,
this iteration.
yes, like a bluish gray, absolutely. Versus other times we've seen her where they're reading gray.
Or even like a grayish amber.
I even see a little bit of green in there. Do you see that?
Yeah.
I think maybe the purple lip is pulling slightly warmer on the greener eyes.
It's it's a complement.
Because it's complementary color. So yeah. Now, Margot number 5. I think we need a more intense lip with
in
this
the red dress.
Yes.
Agreed. She definitely needs a more intense red dress.
So we need a little bit more intensity on the lip and the makeup to help pull it off, as well as Margot number 6, which is chef's kiss. Yes.
Margot number 4, she's soft. She is so soft there, and
she's wearing that black neck.
Yeah, the black thing it needs to go.
It's gonna make her look so tired.
Well, it does.
Well,
but yeah, look under her eyes.
Right.
But she's got she's ish. She's like all of a color, one color. And
if you were going to take a black and white photo of that, there would be...
Without the neck thing.
Yeah, minus neck. Minus her neck, it would be very grayish. So yeah, we have a lot of gray.
So this one, she needs to figure out what she is. Here, you could almost call her a deep summer.
Maybe. That lip color looks a little warm.
So soft.
Right. Well, the black is going to make it lean cooler, but what's happening, there has to be some warmth in that hair, because do you see how yellow the highlights are going? Yeah, I do see. So that is shifting. It, of course, when you have any bit of warmth and you wear black, but it's going to shift yellow.
If you look at her skin tone next to Margot number 5, she looks yellow. Her skin tone looks yellow. Her hair looks yellow. So if we adjusted for that, if we calibrated for that, and pulled that yellow out.
Now, Margot number 3 is interesting. I don't know why they didn't give her a warm brow. That's like me. I don't have warm brows, but obviously very red hair.
You adjust for them.
I do.
The other thing, notice how it looks like somebody switched off her eyes.
Yes.
She's got those beautiful eyes, but in this version of her, they've just deadened.
Her skin tone looks very warm.
Yeah, she's... What do you call it? Fake and bake? Your fake tan?
Oh, I don't know. Sunless tan.
Okay. What?
So her lip color, again, pulling orange, like coral, I should say. Not orange. It has orange, yellow tones. I get it.
Underneath. You know what I'm thinking that she's trying to be? She's trying to be a Nicole Kidman Spring. Where you've got the light red hair, the blue clothing, the warmth in the skin, but the eyebrows are kind of hindering that.
It is.
They do need to be warmer.
I instantly see those brows, and then of course the brows are going to pull the roots.
And I think the hair might be just a smidge on the dark side. I think, they say if it's light red, it's spring. If it's darker red, it's autumn. Right. I think she's crossed the line here. I think that hair has gone soft, and it's autumn now, not spring.
Maybe because like if you look at her eyes again, softer, her brows.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what is the one color that you don't want to see on an autumn?
The color she's wearing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So I think that's why her eyes have lost their vibrancy.
Right.
I mean, she's a beautiful woman. Don't get me wrong.
Of course.
And she's beautiful here, but something switched off her eyes, and I think she's in the wrong color.
Mm-hmm. Now, going lighter with the warmth, that golden blonde, she looks good as a golden blonde.
She does. In fact, if she changed the lip color a little bit, she could wear that blue dress.
Yeah, but that white, it's like white and blue. Like it's very wintry contrast.
Yeah, I think it's like. But it's also, you could pull it off as a spring.
It's like a very clear spring.
Yes, very.
Now, the Margot number 2, we were talking about the golden blonde. The golden blonde looks good.
But
Yes.
there's this tendency that she has to become all one color.
Right.
Like if you look at her roots and her brows and her eyelash or eyeliner, and then how it transitions into the golden blonde, and then she's got that golden blonde thing on.
Right.
Looks like a golden boa or something.
It still looks good.
Yes.
But I think we're missing some clarity for this look. I think she could have punched it up more.
Yeah. It's monochromatic.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Let's just put it that way.
Now, Margot number 1.
I know this look. It was one of the Taylor Swift looks that we studied when we studied the eras of Taylor Swift, and she was going through her reputation, although she did deeper lip.
Yeah, the red lipstick with the light. Like, what is going to happen? We instantly look at the red. She gets lost behind it. She loses her warmth in her skin tone. She loses everything in her skin tone.
Sorry, it's very 90s rock star kind of vibe.
True. Like it is a vibe that we went for when we went with like Ruby Woo. When Ruby Woo was really popular, everyone wore the really intense red, but it's missing the clarity. Like the only clarity I see here is the lip and the whites of her eyes, but her eye color doesn't have the clarity here. She has almost like a warmer eyeshadow on, and a cooler brow.
Showing a cool skin tone.
Right. Cool. It's pulling cool on the skin tone. The hair is pulling cool at the roots. It's trying to go a little bit yellow on the ends because there's probably some warmth in there. So it's kind of this blended. So we're instantly just looking at the red lip.
Okay. I think I'm ready to hear what you guys have to say and be a color chameleon myself.
So what color are you going for?
I'm waiting for our viewers to give me recommendations.
I'm pretty sure that at one point we talked about going lavender, like having some type of lavender, and you never did that.
And you told me to go pink. And
why not go crazy? If you want to change, I'm thinking.
I don't know if I want to change that much.
What about you? Really like the all white look?
I have liked the all white look, and I've also liked the balayage look. What?
I think in the summertime you should go golden blonde, like white blonde, white golden blonde. I think you should do that in the summertime though, not right now.
I like a white that is a blondish white, like a sort of a champagne.
Yes.
But I've also recently been looking at balayage looks that have lots of grays, because I love what I don't like about my hair now is that it's getting too white, but not white enough. And the back of it is gray and too gray. It's drab gray. And so I think both of those things would sort of pick it up and make it look a little bit fresher. What do you think?
I think it's a really good idea.
I didn't ask you.
Hey.
What do you guys think?
We need a thumbs up in the comments. Should we do that? Just thumbs up, yes, in the comments.
There you go.
Get a whole new look.
There you go. And I always do what she tells me to do. Don't believe her.
Actually, you haven't done any hair recommendations.
She told me to turn my hair purple.
We were having fun with it. It was a whole video.
I'm not ready.
Oh.
If you've become a color chameleon, let us know and how it worked out for you.
We actually really love, if you're a Patreon member, you should post your picture because that would be so much fun.
Even if you're not, head over to Patreon and tell us about your color transitions and what they meant to your life. And because sometimes when people make these drastic changes, it changes everything.
I know. Going through a breakup, you instantly dye your hair. So we've all lived through that, I think.
Except you.
Oh, I did.
Did you?
Yes. Remember when I went really dark red?
Oh, was that why?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We've been there, done that. Thank you for joining us today. Now, if you want links, they are in the description below. All right. Everything. Socials, how to reach us. Patreon is probably the best option if you want a color portfolio done. You know, we do color analysis a little bit differently. It's very personalized to you. So we are trying to switch it up because it's not like, oh, you are this. It becomes your hair intensifies with these colors, your skin tone, your
eye color looks vibrant with these colors.
Right. These palettes, you know, instead of a lot of people when they come out as soft springs, we're like, hey, you might be a soft spring, but you can also melt into these other colors kind of thing.
These guys, but it's fully customized. It's not somebody sends you a fan or a wallet and everybody and their brother got that one too. No. These are absolutely unique.
So if you're interested, down in the description. Social media, down in the description. Everything, down in the description. So thank you for joining us today. Lastly, I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
This has been another Color Glass, and we'll see you in our next video.